What is this? Is this a game? Oh my god, yeah, it is. Oh wait, that's a hosting game. But that's the request button. Hello there. Hi, I'm Karen, the community manager for Millennia and also Heartfire for some reason. Welcome on in. This is the first Millennia stream ever. You might see that we have the demo sitting here, because this is the demo that we'll be launching next week on Steam Next Fest. We'll be going through this today and see a little bit, play the first 3 ages, and I will mostly answer questions. I can hardly hear. I'm a bit quiet. Okay. Let's beat this up. Okay, is this better? Like I have a stream deck in front of me. I'm figuring this out slowly but surely. If it's too quiet, let me know and I will pump it up even more. Audio is awful. Okay, well that's not good. Audio seems to be a bit too soft. Well, that's not good. I have a stream tech here. Hi, audio is awful. Why is it awful, stream tech?
Better.
Is it better?
I haven't done anything.
You sound not good right now. Still a tad quiet, but we'll make do.
Well, I could fix that.
Yeah, you can fix that? There, yes. Okay. Okay, he increased it even more. Hopefully that works better. Sound is way better. Okay. Amazing. Fantastic. Let's get going on this. Okay.
You know what I should have done?
Yeah?
Should have done nothing and then just given a thumbs up. And see how many people are just like, hey.
Lower the bass slightly. What if I just move this slightly away from me? Is this better? Maybe? This might. Okay. Okay, this is better. I've moved it slightly away from me. We've increased the volume a little bit. Okay, I see sounds that is better right now. I'm gonna take that for granted. Okay, no, I'm not Danish.
Insults.
I'm Swedish. But way too Swedish, yes. Seems a bit muffled and soft. Okay. We'll try to we'll go with this as it is. If most people said something okay, so we'll do this.
Let me walk out.
Oh yeah, maybe closing the door will help the sound. Maybe that will work. But okay, so maybe we should start a game. Okay, so we have single player and multiplayer. Multiplayer is disabled in demo because we're just not that cool today. So we'll start a new game. We're gonna do a quick start. We're gonna pick the greatest nation on Earth, Sweden. I'm not biased at all. Difficulty adept, because it's basically normal. I don't want to suck too bad here. I want to be able to show you the game without dying. And we're gonna pick a starting bonus. Ooh, let's see here. It sounds fine. Fantastic. I got a low voice. Oh well, that's not good at all. God damn it. Okay, so starting bonus. I like innovation, but production is a lot of fun. What changes doesn't the nation make? So see the nation as more of a template. You get certain names depending on what nation you do, but then you have a starting bonus. So it's more of a blank canvas than similar to other Forts games where you have a set of determined starting bonuses. Like for example, in certain games you will find that, oh well, France is really good at cavalry. In this game, you might do Sweden cavalry or Sweden merchants. You kind of build your own nation and your own identity in that way. So let's do production and press start into the game. We're going to initialize our timeline for the first time ever on stream. I have hope and confidence that Paradox will pull this off and make it your game. I hope so as well. Can I play as Albania? Quite possibly. I have to check for the nation list, but there are some nations in there that are interesting. So DLC when? Let's make a base game first, shall we? So, welcome to Millennia. Messages like this introduce parts of the game as you play. So this is more of our tutorial way. You will get these depending on a little bit what you play. You can disable them if you want. We will keep them enabled through this game. So it says basic things at the start. This is how you move around the terrain. Additional information will pop up, or F1. For example, there's an in-game Wikipedia, which has so much information. And we will start our research. Your nation generates knowledge, which is used to research technologies. The more knowledge you have, the faster technologies can be researched. Pretty self-explanatory, but we're going to go to the research button after I press production. Production is, in most games, well, it generates production from regions. You can use it to construct buildings, units, projects in each of your region capitals. Why is Örebro the first city? That is a good question, and we will rename that to the greatest city. Don't you worry. So, to open the production menu for region, we're going to jump around here. Cool. Right, so armor basics. I'm going to be jumping in a little bit faster here because we have a bunch of videos that in-depth explains this and we have dev dives at all, but we'll still be going through it relatively slowly, answering questions. I know, wait, gamers reading? I know, it's so weird. So in Millennia, we have armies. They're, instead of in individual units, you create an army set up with multiple units. So some units have special actions, which are about the units. In the early game, you can have 3 units in an army, spanning, I believe, up to 6 or 7 later in the game. So you will grow, and with that, maybe you want 2 cavalry and an archer, or like you want to have chariots and a bunch of warriors. Is there manpower? No, there's not directly manpower in that. Say no. Okay, armor basics. We're in the game, but we have to fix this first because I'm not in Otterbro. I'm in Stockholm, so we're gonna change it to Stockholm. There we go. Perfect. So we're gonna start by researching a technology. What game is this? This is Millennia, a new 4X game published by Paradise Interactive and developed by C-Prompt Games. So we're gonna enable this so we can actually see a little bit more here. So we have farming, tribal elders, defenses, scouting, and workers. Imagine if Gandhi's overpowered here as well. Well, maybe we should make that. Maybe we should make sure that Gandhi's overpowered. Now, you don't have leaders that way, but wouldn't it be fun to have a Gandhi everywhere? So, different things, different knowledges here. We're going to start with tribal elders because we love knowledge. And we're going to go over to our warriors. As we start with one little warrior, one little guy here. He's going to run around and we're going to start exploring. Going a bit north. Grasslands. Water. Oh, we found a tribal camp, a peaceful miner tribe encampment. Move any unit to their camp to have them join your nation. Their simulation clears the tile and grants a reward. And our little other barbarian shall go to the east. There we go. And region idle. Now, we can build palisade walls, town center, or dolmen, or more units. What do you think, guys? Should I build more units or just more buildings? Because more units, we can explore faster. But we could also build a dolmen that increases our influence. And it creates us one-time border expansions. We can draw borders faster and gain more resources. Maybe a town center with that gives us more government. More buildings, I see in chat. Okay. I see scout and more buildings. Okay, I see dolmen. Okay, we're doing dolmen. We gotta get our border expansion going. So let's end our turn and go to turn 2. And there we go. Oh, we have another thing. It's goods. So some locations on the map contain special goods like flax, marble, or wheat. These are marked with an icon for the good. When the goods are in your territory, you can hold improvement that gather them. Each good gives certain resources for your trouble. These are valuable. You will want to plan or expand your borders or settle new regions so you can take advantages of certain goods. The draft is better than The Last of Us. I feel that's something I've missed. Not all goods are visible from the start. No, so in the early game, you can't find oil, right? We haven't really discovered oil, so you won't see it on the map, but you will be able to find it later, or other certain ether goods. And so at the start of the game, we have things. You find wheat, you can find rocks. Very simple stuff. So we're going to continue our exploring, and we're going to take this tribal encampment. Oh, we found a temple. A massive temple pyramid lays before you. Its contents and purpose are unknown. Now we can either send an expedition to explore into the caverns and gain warfare XP, or we can enter the temple and take whatever we find. Both of these give us domain XP, which we can use for different purposes. Why is stream quality only 720p? I'm sure there's a very good reason for that, and most likely with something with restream on Twitch, YouTube, or whatever, as we are currently on Paradox Twitch, YouTube on Paradox, and also the Grand Strategy channel on YouTube, as we're not streaming today on the Millennia channel. Ooh, but I see a door opening. Someone approaching me. Oh, I'm fine. That's great. Okay. Game has a lot of potential. Wish to do it on Steam. Love that. Okay, so let's get some warfare XP because we will like our army. Now that I know what this is. So, throughout the game, we will unlock different domain powers. This one, at start, we don't have a lot of stuff we can do with it. So, if we go here, we can only do volunteers. We can create a warband. It costs 25 warfare XP. It's not the most exciting. Twitch says you're playing Age of Wonders. I should fix that. Is Twitch logged in yet? It says we're playing Age of Wonders apparently. Yeah, okay, we will figure that out soon. Civ has problems. Okay, anyone know what Civ mod this is? It's not a Civ mod, it is Millennia. It's a very own game. So, we're gonna move around some south here and turn. Ask him once again, can Can you win the game in any way than other than domination? Yes, you will find more of that. We have different types of ages in this game. We have historical ages, or standard age, I believe we call them, which is like, follow history through normally. You also have variant, which is positive, different ages, similarly as Moobot just told you, just join Age Wonders Discord. But you can also join the Millennia Discord, which I hope someone puts in the chat. No, but back to ages. So we have variant, crisis, standard, and victory. Victory is ways you can go, basically spin off ages. How do you win the game instead of just you will always win at the end? The bot is confused. Yes, the bot is confused. First time I've seen it? Yeah. Is this demo available to play? I think that's a great time to press a really fun button. So enjoy this.
History is the result of decisions. The same thing is true in Millennia. We want you to feel like you're designing your own nation and you're leading your people through 10,000 years of history. The combination of all the different ages we have in the game and all the different ways that those can fit together, it creates a very different experience depending on what ages the player moves through.
Our goal was to make each of the eras feel very distinct.
This creates vast replayability.
There we go. So you can see next week on Monday, you can actually play the demo I'm currently playing on your own. And you can explore it all the way up to the end of age 3. So let's continue moving around, trying to find stuff. And I feel I'm on an island because I only find water. Not the most exciting start. They are powers exaggerated. Is there a science victory? Possibly. I'm going to be slightly cryptic about some things because we still have more developer diaries going out. We do have a lot of them we're covering already, which you can find on our Millennia forum on PTS forum. So, tribal government. Governments offer ideal that can be purchased to improve your nation. Currently, you have enough government domain XP to purchase a tribal government ideal, such as tribal farming. Who doesn't love farming, right? To see all the ideals offered by the tribal government, select the tribal button. There we go. Perfect English. So, we're going to go into our government, and we'll find... There we go. Tribal. So, this is our current government form. We're currently a tribal nation. We're not that cool. We have food, and we have warbands. So, we're going to start by doing tribal farming. Don't think this just gives us +1 food in our homeland region. You see the different buffs we gain for being a tribal nation. Of course, over time, you will be able to reform different governments. Like, you want to be a kingdom, a theocracy, dictatorship. There will be a bunch of different things you can do. And I feel so Swedish right now when I speak. My God. Because I'm hearing my voice. Oh my God, I feel so Swedish. Okay, over to food. Good timing. So, your people need food. Without enough food, they starve, and a region's population declines. With surplus food, a region's population will grow. The larger the surplus, the faster the growth up to a limit. Pretty self-explanatory. As your population grows, however, so does your regional needs for food. You build improvements like fishing boats, farms, hunting camps. Now, this mentions some of your regional needs. This means that at the early start, you only need food, right? But then you might need housing. But then you might need sanitation, luxuries. You want to, the bigger your population is, the more they will demand what you want. So that's the way you kind of need to balance your city, because you can't only I will only have food. There will be infinite amount of food, but then you'll have no sanitation and they will die to the plague. Maybe not the best. Yes, I am indeed very Swedish. Time to open sushi dive. I'm sure you can actually get sushi, yeah. I think the original item was like an apple or a fish maybe. So, over to culture powers. Culture powers are powerful abilities that mark major events in the history of your nation. As you generate culture, the culture meter to the left fills. When full, you can select the culture power to cause potent effect. So, let's go over that. And here, the culture meter. So, currently we have 3 powers. We have the able to raise an army, creating 2 warbands. We do local reforms to increase our regional efficiency for 5 turns, or create a town. Can you play as a horde like the Mongol Empire? Yes. You can conquer everything. With horses, a lot of horses. And I'll show you that a little bit later. But let's start building a town. So instead of just spamming cities, we're going to start expanding the region with towns. And here we have fish and cotton, I believe. So let's make a town here. Barbarian. Yes, Barbarian totally is right next to Stockholm. Another civilization. Up to you, but it's a new Forts game developed by Zeeprom Games and published by Paradise Interactive. So, we're gonna move scouting. As you see, I'm only moving in the plains areas right now because moving in forest will take more movement. I want to really explore the area around me before moving to the forest. So, yeah, surface level UI I think is similar in a lot of games, but the more you see about the game, I think the more you'll see it's very different from some other Forge games you may find. We do have 5 different core pillar videos on our Millennia YouTube channel that you can find. I believe it is linked in the description, where you can find the 5 main things that are different with us. For example, our alternate history, our national spirits, our armies, and our economy. Oh, over to army. Basic combat. Selecting one of your armies and right-clicking on an enemy army in their movement range will initiate combat. Yes. But we also have a combat viewer. Yes, this is turn-based. At start of combat, the combat viewer screen will appear and show the fight. Once the battle has started, it plays out automatically, without commands from the player. Since different unit types are different in combat, the depiction of the battle presented here can be used to see how various units in their army performs. Battle markers on the map and battle alerts on the right side of the screen can be used to review combats that occurred during another nation's turn. So you can still see what happened on your turn after their turn, right? Now the basics of combat in Millennia are simple, but there's a lot of depth involving the particular unit types that we use in their army compositions. So it's not like if you put, let's say 4 warriors in an army, you're just going to run at the enemy. They might be able to win if they have people with like shields and then they have archers. Because, well, you can't really break through the shields that fast and they have archers shooting you to death. See, and there's also Infopedia. There we go. Let's continue moving downwards. And we're going to choose a new technology as we have researched knowledge. So, tribal elders. And there are some flavor texts on all the things here. And for those of you who love flavor text, I will give you all the time next Monday to read through it because I've read it all so many times now. So, we're going to go over to scouting because that will be able to give us a spawn of a scout, a lookout building, and also allows the unit to travel through, allows the unit to move through and towns to be built upon jungle and deep forest terrain. Because we want to really start exploring the forest now. So, see here, end our turn. There we go. And here, let's move further to the west as they seem quite open. And we found another tribal camp. Artifact. The village is built around a large stone monolith. Its etchings and carvings tell complex stories in an unknown language. It is very significant to the village people. Now we can either study the unknown language to learn some culture and knowledge, or we can study the teaching of the villagers and get culture. Now, normally I will always say knowledge, because I'm one of those players that I always want science for the win. But I'm gonna get culture, because I'm gonna build another city. And yes, more towns. Because towns are amazing. So, undo. Okay, this is something that's relatively unique to us. So, we all know that mistakes happen, right? If you are sent to move an army to the wrong location, build an improvement you didn't mean to, or make a similar decision that you regret, you can look for an undo button. And on the bottom right, as you see here in the window. A lot of commands can't be undone, but not all undo appears when there is an action. So, yeah. We're gonna actually try this out so you can see what it is. So, let's say we moved here. I didn't mean to move there. I'm sorry. I misclicked. I'm really bad at this. So, we know all the pain of... How many times have you looked at a save and say, I need to reload because I've pressed the wrong button. Wait, I pressed this. Cool. We're just back to where we started. Undoed. And we can... Actually, I meant to go north. Oh no. My god. Yes. Amazing. We're gonna guard here because I'm horrifiedly scared of these barbarians. So, we're gonna join another army. And we're actually gonna start moving up north because I think we need some help here. I'm going to end our turn. And okay. Barbarians. Yeah, you might see these in every Forge game ever, but not everyone is friendly. For that matter, not everyone is civilized. Barbarians roam the world. These ruffians might attack your units or raid your territory. Barbarians come from barbarian camps. Eliminate camps to keep the barbarians under control and gain one-time rewards. So, barbarians run around, they attack your stuff, kill their camps, and you're good. It's awesome. So, now we're actually going to be able to show you combat viewers. So we are running combat here on their turn. So we're going to be able to combat attacked by a barbarian. And we can watch the combat in our combat viewer right here. Where you have attack adjustments. There's no attack adjustment here. We're in a grassland, so there's nothing happening. And you can also do combat log if you want to see in more detail, exactly how much damage, dice rolls, that sort of thing. And they broke our unit and he ran away. But he survived, which is better than I expected. He's gonna run over here. We're gonna group up with this army and then we're gonna heal until they're ready. So the undo button makes you explore the map. I think don't think it's a good idea. So I think it's really up to the player on that front. So imagine you're playing a game in any game, right? And you do saves every turn because you're scared something's gonna happen, and then you're gonna reload the save every time. Basically what this does is that you don't have to use it, but it gives you the ability to more easily go back if you've done something wrong instead of sitting there for 5 minutes reloading something. So, region idol. We build our dolmen. Very nice. Now we're going to build our council so we can get more faster knowledge. There we go. And end turn. Improvements. So, who doesn't love improving things? You like to have enough improvement points to build an improvement. We can now select the improve button on the left. See here. Here we have an improve button. We have 10 right now. And we can build 5 different things. So, we're going to start building a hunting camp. We can gather. Oh, we have a perfect spot right here. And we can even sit down and show you how it works. So, this is our workers tab. You see I have currently 1 worker here. I can remove him, add him. Because we only have 1 villager, right? In our city with, 3 villagers. The other 2 are in grasslands. Because I don't have eyes apparently. So, we put on hunting camp. He's currently collecting goods. This good is consuming free food, right? So instead of having on grassland, where he gathers 2 food, put him on hunting camp and he will gather 3. So you will actually have net gain of 1. And then later on, you can have goods change. Maybe you, if you would have, later on, we're going to get a farm to get some rice or wheat. And with the wheat, we can make it into flour. From the flour, we can make bread, each time increasing how much food we're getting from it. Use culture power. Okay, so we're going to raise another army and start moving it around. And this is only culture power. There's normally not how you build troops. You'll build them normally in the build section here. I recommend personally that when you try this game yourself next week, you use it slightly less than I'm doing right now, because you will notice that culture power is really good to have. So, we see another combat here. And 1 barbarian attacked us. And of course you can like speed this up, jump like this, or just edit out, and you don't have to look at it if you don't want to. So, move here, there we go. Choose technology. Now you see at the bottom, we have 2 out of 3. So, to go to the next age, we need to unlock 3 out of 5 technologies. Every age past we unlocked, I believe it gives us a 10% discount for going for the next age. The important thing about ages is that the first person to do it will dictate where you go. Now, in the first place, there's only one age everyone goes to. The second age will always be Age of Bronze currently. But the third age is a little bit different on that front. Just here, move around here. And we will be attacking these barbarians. And yes, we can't move into our own troops because we're 2. And these are 2 as well. There we go. Any questions in chat? I think the chat goes quite fast. So I'm trying to keep up all the questions potentially. What's the sales pitch over here? Why this over humankind or civilization? I think the best place you can really find information is probably our Steam page or our forum where you can find the dev diaries. So on Steam page, you'll be able to find a quick breakdown of what this game is, what makes it unique. If you want to go more in depth and really see what it is all about, you can find a YouTube page where you can see our feature breakdown videos and a bunch of shorts that goes into each individual age, each individual national spirit. And then if you want to go even deeper, you can go to the sub forum on either Paradise Forum or Civ Fanatics, where you'll find all our developed diaries that we've released so far, and you will see developers themselves writing in incredible depth exactly in all the system. I believe last week we released Economy Part 2, which is quite interesting and way too many pages. But if you like that sort of stuff, we have it available. So let's continue strong with our scout up to the north. We see we have some barbarians up here. Let's maybe get rid of them, shall we? See here. Oh, they attacked our horse. That's not very nice. Let's hit back. Is there an age of croissant? Culture. I'll have to get back to you on that, but I'm sure that somehow I will be able to sneak in that we have the ability to make croissants in the game, and they will give you all the food in the world. What will the combat be like with more modern equipment and tactics? So with more modern equipment and tactics, you'll have maybe tanks or airplanes and artillery. And that goes a little bit more into like support units, frontline units, air units. And it's a bit more complicated. And I won't be going into that much detail exactly how it works today, because we're only going up to H3. But there is a lot of stuff you can do there. Funny accent. Yes, I'm Swedish. The accent is the funniest. So, ages. At least one nation in the game can advance to the Age of Bronze. Millennia is divided into ages. Each age offers different rules, technologies, units, and buildings. The first nation, as I mentioned before, to complete an age sets the course of the game for all other nations. So let's say I go into later on the Age of Blood. I will force everyone to have to research Age of Blood. They can no longer go into Heroes or Iron anymore. Do you feel like Millennia lives up to the modern standards of 4th games? Do you feel that it lives up to the standards set by Civ 5? Personally, the thing is, if I answer this, I will seem as biased, but personally, yes, I do believe it fulfills the modern standards, and I believe it exceeds in a lot of places. And I enjoy this game a lot. Favorite age minus 29. There's only like 29? Okay. Please explain to me what you mean by 29. Because there's 10 different ages, like there's 10 ages jumps, right? But then each age area has its own variants and crises. See here, let's continue moving. And go into you. Of course, in settings, you can make combat faster. Is combat just a dice roll that does until one side loses? Is there a strategy to be done on player's part beyond trying to attain turn advantage before combat? Yes. So, player advantage could be that right now, early game, we only have like archers, scouts, and warriors. What you could do is that you have different army compositions. I think mainly with the player skill, it's about army compositions more than trying to find train advantage. But train advantages are incredibly useful, so you really want to find good places to fight, defend, or you might build your own places. His age is 29. Mine is not, but I assume you mean barbarian. Choose technologies. So, we're going to head over to Age Bronze, which will take us 11 turns. Now you see our next age, that's not our flag. That seems like Rome. So, because they're the fastest one there, you see like Japan, Germany, and Sweden, and Rome at the start. That's their progress. So, say it like this. We're in Age 3, we see Age of Blood is on the way. We really don't want to go there. We might want to switch really fast to trying to research the Standard Age or Variant Age rather than the Crisis Age. If we get there before them, you will get it. Do you automatically get the unfinished knowledge from the previous age when you're advanced age? No, you do not. You do have to go back, but age like technologies get cheaper. So like this one costs 11. You will earn a lot more than 11 later games, so you can get this like in one turn. So sometimes you do kind of have to pick, like, do you want to go to the next age? Do you want to research more technology? What's the best thing to currently do? A barbarian encampment. Well, I want to kill that one. As mentioned before, control barbarians. So, lost archers. A lost archer unit is making camp hiding from barbarians. So, either we give them some supplies and get warfare XP, or we have an archer join our Sweden. Obviously, they're going to join the rest nation on Earth. There we go. And turn. What's the mentality internally for mod support on this game? Sorry for this. Okay, no worries. So, the idea, of course, is to have, with Paradox games, I'm not sure if you're familiar with our advanced strategy games, we and Skylines and other games, we really do care about modders, and we do love mod support, so you will see very similar style on this. The game is also made in Unity, which, if any experienced modders are in the chat, it's a playground of a lot of fun things. So currently on release, I'm not 100% sure exactly how structured the modding support will be, but whatever is not there at release, we will be working on releasing post-release in that case to make sure you get all the tools you need to really make your experience special. Like if you want to make this game, I don't know, make it into another type of IP, or you just want to make 100 more ages from all the wild things, you can do that. Take a note for expanding ultra-historical mod possible to Millennia. I proved this. How do heroes work in the Age of Heroes? If we get there, I will show you exactly what it works actually. So, veterancy, I think with armies here. So, your armies have probably been in a few fights by now. Units gain experience from combat and eventually gain levels of veterancy. Each level of veterancy improves the unit's stats. So, they get smarter. They give you more damage. But we also have leaders. Do knowledge carry over from one turn to another? Like if you produce 15 knowledge and research attack with knowledge plus 11, you're not, yes, it does carry over like that. Stellaris combat reward when? You would have to ask the Stellaris team about that. So leaders then. After unit gains at least one level of veterancy, it can be promoted into a leader unit. Leaders provide a bonus to all the units in any army they are a part of. However, leaders cannot be upgraded. So for example, let's say you have a warrior, you want to make them into a spearman. You can't do that with leaders. If you have a warrior leader, that leader will be a warrior forever. But you can retire them in exchange for warfare XP. So later on, let's say you want to, will there be a demo available for everyone? Yes, next Monday we will be joining Steam Next Fest. So with a leader, you want to have it early game. I'd say it's pretty good if you want to have a lot of, if you want to do really conquest, I should get a leader for each army. And then just exchange of warfare XP when they become relevant. How important is it to be the first one entering New Age? I think depending on your playstyle, it could be really important. Like it's setting the pace, right? Do you want to be the one to set the pace for the game, or do you want AI or another player to do it? Or are you in such a stable state where you kind of want them to set the pace because then you can focus on other things? So, if you know, it's a bit of a tricky answer, but I think it's very up to you and your player style and how you want to play that game. So we're now attacking Barbarian tribe. They have walls. We have to kill the wolf before we go inside. So they only have one city guard, it seems. So we're pretty fine on that front. But let's say they had a bunch of archers in there. That can hurt a lot. Or maybe they had towers to defend as well. Attacking a city can be very risky if they have a lot of archers and towers. You see, now we have archers. We can shoot inside. So we're actually attacking the units before the wall with the archers. And you can do the same thing with catapults, etc. Just jump across, and we broke the wall. Fantastic. Would be fun to see a mod to play this game as a Stellaris species. That would be fun to see, actually. So, expansion. Remember what I talked about getting a settler before? It's time to do it. So, you unlock government domain XP to make a settler. Select government on the left, then select the spawn settler domain power. Target this on your capital city. After you create a settler, move it to, we then move it to a new place. Use to establish a new vassalized territory. So you don't just get a city right away, you just start as a vassal. So your new territory starts vassal that manages itself and sends you a small tribute each turn. The integration of the vassal will increase each turn. When complete, you can convert the vassal into a region selected to see the progress. So you don't just get a home region right away, you gotta build it. So now we're gonna go over here to government and we'll spawn a settler in our home city of Stockholm. There we go. Now, where do we want to move? I see a lot of mountains here. I do love marbles, so we're going to move south. And maybe settle over here next to the forest, and hopefully no barbarians find us. See here, attach it again. Now, they've rebuilt the wall slightly, but not that much. There we go, and we broke them. So, exotic curio. The barbarians have left behind exotic looking I think it's curios. Excuse my English here. So we can either sell them as straps for 50 wealth or get more knowledge. But I kind of want to set the pace. So let's get the knowledge. So now we are up to 54%. Well, they're at 59. So we'll see if we're able to get there before them or not. See here. It's almost proposed a full from a rework post-launch, but I'll give it a shot before I bash it too hard. Yeah, so I think the combat is different. It's very different from other games. And it'll be different from you if you just see it or not. So I think playing it and seeing it are two different things. At least personally as a player myself. So I think probably what you want to do is that you want to try out the game next week. And if you like it, you feel free to wishlist it, I believe on Steam it does say we're releasing Q1 or Q2. I think it did say Q1 right now, which it should be accurate. And that is what probably said with all the press releases came out last year when we announced. Good thing though, I wonder how it will feel versus 7 other similar games, but for sure wishlisted and will be checking Fame. Accent is not just Swedish. Yeah, my Swedishness is overpowering today. My sincere apologies about that. The combat could use some love. Well, I think the best way to put it the game is in progress. And we're working every day to make the game as better and better and better. Oh no. Is that a barbarians? Ooh, that's a lot of barbarians. I'm gonna run away. Go back to my city. Let's see here. Now the question here. Here. We take a dealt medium. Win 60%, lose 40%. I'm okay with those odds. Let's try it. And we won with 1 HP left. That seems great. Will the demo be with multiplayer or single player? So the demo itself will only feature single player. But there will of course be co-op and multiplayer later on, as you saw in the main menu. Here, let's start moving back to the regions. We can start securing this area with our settler. Ah, hello there. We have a new age. Fun little animation. Rome has gone into the Age of Bronze. So, in the Age of Bronze, we have new national spirits unlocked. Vassals integrate 2 times as fast during the Age of Bronze. Barbarian warlords may appear, innovation achievements may appear, and trade and diplomatic envoys are available. So, we are going there in 1 turn, so we're soon there as well. But for now, we're gonna hide our little settler in our city while our troops are coming back home. There we go. Is this going to be a mobile game? It is not going to be a mobile game. So we've entered Age of Bronze. So as we're not first person to do it, we're not going to get that big cool screen again. But we see new domains available, diplomacy and engineering, national spirit slot unlocked, and new system trade. Enter Age. And we've met another nation. Through our people. Though our people have little interest in the world beyond their borders, we formally greet you. Hello, Japan. And national spirits. So, one of the larger features of the game. You can also select your first national spirits. In the domains area on the left is a round marker that indicates that you have an open national spirit slot. Click this to see a menu of national spirits. So, each of them have a set of thematic ideals that can be unlocked using XP from one of your domains, influencing the growth of your nation based on chosen archetypes. So, this is what I mentioned before with creating your own nation. So, we're going to take a look at it right now. So, alright, right. Age of Bronze. This is a new one for me. It unlocks city guard, encampment, work camp, meeting hall, dwelling, trade post, and a bunch of powers for our domains. Hello there. And other nations and diplomacy. So, you've encountered another nation. Some nations like your own, the distro, settle new vassal territories, capital regions, and send armies into the world fighter battles. Once you have met another nation, you will see information about them in the diplomacy panel, and we will target them for diplomatic actions by clicking the flag button on the right. How if I win? Who knows? There are also minor nations. These have only one capital and no national flag. You can send an envoy to one nation to convert them into a vassal of your nation or conquer them with your armies if you have the strength. So let's actually go up to the diplomatic menu, which is up here. And we can find nations right now. Now we only see ourselves and Japan right now. Press here, we have the diplomatic area. We can propose open borders, declare hostilities. You have power score. And, you know, they're AI adept, they're isolationist. They don't like us. They want to be themselves. They want to open borders, message sent. And we'll see if they respond by next turn. So, do I dare join down again? Okay, moving slide. Oh, hello, Japan. The production chain looks like really nothing Civ has ever done before. I don't think they've done something like that before. Maybe in older Civ games, but I'm not sure. So, welcome to National Spirit. So, you'll notice in age 2, 4, 6, and 8. Now you see they're all categorized by domain. So this one we have exploration, warfare, engineering, diplomacy. Now we can be the Olympians and, you know, athletic units, Olympic games, mound builders. Focus on unique improvements to high population regions. The God King Dynasty. You want to be Egypt pretty much. Warriors. Maybe you have the really fearsome warriors like the Spartans, or you're a Viking. You love raiding. So you trade raiders to raid other territories. My god. That word did not work for me. We also have inspiration, such as wild hunters, naturalists, and ancient seafarers. Now, let's perhaps... what do we pick? Do you have any thoughts here in chat where we should pick? I'll let you guys pick this one. What should we be doing in this game? Raiders, probably? Okay. Insert rant about Spartans being terrible warriors in reality. They were, yes, but they were cool. Don't think sounds cool. Mound build. Oh, we have all the different types in chat. And engineering, okay. Okay, I see a lot of God King in chat. We will be going for the God King dynasty. Okay, the God King dynasty erects grand monuments in honor of the nation's ruler. Masters of stonework, it costs less for them to work and build with stone. Selected. Here we go. So, we're working through all of this up to the pyramid in the funeral rites and then our legacy. Choose the technology. Now we're over to the Age of Bronze. Now we can see Age of Blood, Age of Heroes, and Age of Iron. So I mentioned before with different criteria on variant twice of ages. For example, Age of Heroes. We need to discover the landlords that is greater or equal to 3. So 3 or more. And Age of Blood, other nation units killed in battle greater or equal to 6. So we would need to kill 6 or more other nations' units. That can't be barbarians, that can't be minor nations. Basically, right now I want to see Japan. I need to kill 6 of Japan's units, and I can start the Age of Blood. But you guys mentioned that you like engineering. Let's get some mining then to really work on that. And end turn. They rejected our open borders. Absolutely not. We do not want just soldiers polluting our lands. Unfortunate. Well, worth a try. Well, you see here in chat. I want to see Age of Heroes. Let's see if we can get the Age of Heroes then. We're going to start exploring and see how much we can find. I saw a chat there, but someone saying that we're already looking for modders to fix the game. I wouldn't say so, no. But in most of our GSG games, like this is strategy games, it's not that we depend on modders. We want you to build the game for us, but we want to give you the tools to make what you want. Like if you want to use our game as a sandbox to build whatever you want, you should be able to. So I'd really want to support, if you want to build, let's say Heart of Iron has also worked on that. There's a mod called Road to the States. They want to make a focus tree for every nation in the world. There's a mod called Equestria at War where they build ponies. They want to build Pony Nation. They want to build an entire world is set around ponies. Do that. You should be able to have the tools to build the game what you want. I don't think we see a reason why we should limit you be able to building your own game inside of our sandbox. Because, it's strategy games. It should be fun. You should be able to enjoy whatever you do. And now if you want to change something, you should do that. Do you get cool heroes in Age of Heroes? Yes, you do. So, see here. The end turn, trying to move our units over. Oh, hello there, Twice Age. So, speaking of ages. From the Age of Bronze, it is possible to move into Twice Age. The Age of Blood is unlocked if you kill 6 or more units from another nation, not barbarians, as I mentioned. If unlocked, Age of Blood will become the only option that you can pick only option that you pick the Advanced Age. If the game moves into Age of Blood, specific rules are applied. All nations are at war for one another, and different set of units, technologies, and buildings are available. There we go. I see you, barbarians. I see you. Move you on the way, because you are no HP. Charge power. Innovation. Let's do that. Let's just increase our innovation and just show what that is actually. Oh, the door. Never mind. So, accumulated innovation. Innovation accumulates each turn, filling the innovation meter. When innovation meter is full, you are growing likelihood of receiving positive innovation events at the start of your turn. Once an innovation event happens, your innovation meter resets. Innovation generated by turn is reduced by 0.3. So you can read a positive event, but this also talks about chaos, which is the same thing. It has a meter, it can fill up. If it gets too high, you start getting a chance of getting a bad event. So maybe you have a fire in your city, you have a plague that breaks out, or in a positive event, you discovered a new type of technology out of the blue. You had a boon of science. That means if no, so if I kill 6 units, I can research it. If Japan kills 6 units, he can research it. It's not that you have to kill 6 units combined; it's individually. So, variant age. Along with the first Trice Age, the Age of Bronze also presents your first variant age, the Age of Heroes. The Age of Heroes provides a different set of content and gameplay inspired by ancient heroes, quests, and technologies. Such as, the mythology of Greece, the mythology of Rome. Yeah, I just wanted Greece right away. I played way too much God of War recently. So, the Age of Heroes unlocked and available for research if your scouts scout free on landmarks. The standard path for Age history moves into Age of Iron, but variants like Age of Heroes like to take this history in a different direction. So this really allows you to create your own type of game. So is it possible to reduce chaos without triggering case events? Yes, there are ways to be able to reduce that. That's the Barbarian Warlord. They are, as you see, it has 44 in strength, mine has 34 and 17, but they don't amount to HP, so I'm gonna run away. So you're gonna continue moving in this direction. So you need to clear this out to be able to get this area. Yes, I'm aware it's 720p. It's a limitation on something currently. But trust me, when you play the game yourself, it will not be 720p. So we have 4 population right now. We're gonna see if we can build another improvement. See here. So let's build a farm. There we go. But we also had an attack on our city. That's not fun. We have our farmers defending against the warlord. Yeah, our fearless farmers are fighting a warlord. Not what you see every day. Let's see if we can take care of him, shall we? Life is 720p. Yes, yes it is. Okay, we were able to get rid of him. Only lost 1 unit. So that's okay. We see here we have 2 militia, but 1 is dead. So it will take time until it will be rebuilt. We seem to be needing some units though, so we're gonna build a warband. But we're also gonna build some volunteers to enhance our ranks. Is that how the talent correct works? Just locking you into sort of being the next after? Yes. But my mind is blanking on it right now, so I'm very positively yes, but I'll have to double check when we get there. See here, let's build an improvement point. And turn. See here. Let's have them attack us instead. Oh, we got expansion. That's good. There we go. We are not a pioneer from doing engineering. So, what can a pioneer do? He can do this. It can construct an outpost. So I'm going to show you exactly how an outpost works by moving over here, where we'll look at these deer or reindeer. One of those two. Here, so yeah, it means if you pick Age of Kings, you probably doomed yourself out of Age of Monuments. Again, hence my wanting a total on the correcting mechanic. Good feedback, and we take any feedback in the confederation. Paradise is going to be finding a bunch of people soon. We have said nothing about that, and to my knowledge, we have no plans for that. See here. Research mining, and then you automatically into research and belief. I could do that. That's a great idea. We should start talking about belief. So with belief, we will have vats, temples, press, and weavers. So let's do that. Let's go to belief. Because who doesn't love a nice religion? Yeah, it is pretty much like that. It's similar to an auto battler. The only difference being regarding that you need to arm. Actually, how is it different from a regular? No, it is an auto battler, pretty much. Because trade your own army compensations and fight with it. Ooh, promote leader. Yes. Now we have a leader from Sweden. Fantastic. Okay, let's make a... we gotta think here. What should we build? I don't know. Yeah, correct. You need to actually work towards that goal. Let's make a food stockpile. Work camp, that will be the next one in that case. So, as I mentioned, pioneers. So, we have traded enough engineer domain XP to trade pioneer. We already have one since we did the mining tech. Now we can select engineer domain on the left, to create one using that option, but about what it actually does. We will now move our pioneer out of your region and you can use it to construct an outpost unit action. So, outposts are valuable for supporting armies far from home. They spawn roads and make your movement faster. And damage units have a bonus to healing when resting there. If there are goods in an area controlled by your outpost, you can also build trading post improvements on these, which will gather and send the goods to one of your regions. So what we're going to do now, goods changed. A lot of pop-ups. So, goods can gather with one improvement. They can be used to produce more valuable commodities. So, wheat gathered by your farm provides food. If you build a mill, the wheat can be converted into flour, with more food. And from flour, you can make bread, etc., like going on. Same as like if you got logs, you make planks. Some good chains offer flexibility. Logs gathered by the forest to provide more production if they're turned into planks at a sawed mill. The same logs could also be sent to a paper maker to produce paper for wealth. Or that paper could also be sent to printing press to make books and so on. See the improvement and goods in each region, click the name above one of your region capitals and select the workers tab. So you can see that over here. Income, goods. Currently we have wheat and we have meat. So let's see here. Our little pioneer is moving. We just probably put him down right here. So let's see here. Gonna move down our little warband. See if we can really secure this area for our settler. Can we turn wheat into alcohol right now? I do not know. That's a good question. I have a document about all the... I don't think so. But you never know. There might be a chance for that. There are a lot of things you can turn things into, so it's hard to keep track on all of them. And if you know anyone like me, you kind of want an Excel sheet next to you. I normally do, but as I'm on a streaming setup, I do not. Oh yeah, so we can increase levels of our towns. So when we make a town, they're level 1, right? So we can make it level 2. Higher level towns have better bonuses, adjacent improvements, and increase the region level of the region, which allows larger populations to access to more advanced capital buildings. Also, at level 2, we can get a specialization at the bottom of the screen, which provides the greater bonuses for the specific adjacent improvements, which we will do right now. So, we're going to expand our town, this one, barbarian, and we're going to improve it to level 2. We're now going to change our specialization. Now, we have farming, lumber, mining, and coastal. So, coastal, again, wealth per adjacent boating improvement. Mining with, mines, lumber, forests, farming farms. So it's pretty awkward position where places, to be honest, but I'm going to do post coastal town because we're going to build some fish here. Actually, do we have enough? Yes, we do. There we go. So now, if you see here, we have plus more wealth because we have the adjacent bonus, plus 2. See here. And as we want to new people in the chat now, as I also have quite a few more viewers than before, I want to do another thing that we have Steam Next Fest, but we have a little video to show you about what that is about.
History is the result of decisions. The same thing is true in Millennia. We want you to feel like you're designing your own nation and you're leading your people through 10,000 years of history. The combination of all the different ages we have in the game and all the different ways that those can fit together, it creates a very different experience depending on what ages the player moves through.
Our goal was to make each of the eras feel very distinct.
This creates vast replayability.
Welcome back. As a few times, is the map in the demo static or randomly generated? Is it randomly generated? You do not pick static maps. Let's see here. Roblox, the Rise of Nations is stable. Interesting. So, let's construct an outpost. There we go. We have an outpost right here. We can change the linked region. what this means is that right now we're sending it to Stockholm. If we had another region, we can change which region we're sending it to. We can also change to specialization. Right now it's only an outpost. Later on there might be more. And we can revert to a pioneer, you know, pack up the stuff, let's start moving. So here we have, let's take these guys. We have a cattle. Let's start gathering it. And right now we don't have 30 improvement points, but with 30 we can do a trade post. This means that right now we will be able to send the cattle over back to Stockholm without having a worker on it. Just as a trade post. Which would be really beneficial if you want to have, like, you know, that one city dream, that one nation, you know, one city and a bunch of outposts around, sending it all back to your towns and your home. We'll also see a fancy version of this. Now, I can't say that right now the game is not, you know, the most fantasy of them all. There are some, you know, variant elements in it. But I'm sure with modding you can make it the most fantasy you ever want. See here. Free to play. So, no, what's in the video is that we will have a free demo. So, on Steam Next Fest, if you know what that is, there are a bunch of games on Steam. You can play them for free during your entire week. And we'll have the game on demo there. Is it limited in a way? Yes. The game is limited by a 60 turn limit. You can only go up to like around age 3. So you won't be able to progress for the entire game. The reason for this is that not the entire game is completed yet. And we want you to have the best possible experience. So we want you to be able to play the areas where we feel we're pretty confident in, right? If it would be that we would have future demos again, that might change, you know, if the game development progresses, you would be able to change that. Now, I think that answers another question. I thought that is the game done yet? It's not done yet. No release during the demo. No, the game will not be released during the demo. You will get to play the demo though, so it's always something. Start moving this little guy down here. And here, there we go. And next turn, we're going to be able to build our next settlement. Needs. So, this is what I mentioned before with needs, but as the population of a region grows, the needs of the population expands. You now have a region that needs both food and housing. To meet this new need, build improvements that provide housing such as dwellings, or this lovely house here, or the civic. Each need has a satisfaction level. The average satisfaction of all needs in the region determines how quick the population of the region grows or shrinks. Is there a release date or window in Q1/Q2 area of 2024 is what we currently have available online. I won't be able to give any more information right now on when the release is. We will share more information about when we have a release as soon as we can. Basically, when we know we can release, we will release it. And in that, I mean that we're in development. We do not want to release it too early. So, establish a new vassalized territory. Here we go. We have Uppsala. I think someone mentioned that they wanted Uppsala before, so that's great. I'm not going to change that name. So, we have a minor nation. You can see that by the border they have here. We're going to explore it in just a bit. Let's get tribalism reformed. So, you see we get more innovation and more culture on this. That's clearly placeholder. I'm sure you will be able to find something that is placeholder here. Ooh. About innovation. So, this is an innovation event, a positive one. The nation of Sweden uses stone blocks to erect obelisks throughout the countryside so citizens everywhere can bask in the Gold King's greatness. Now, do we want 300 gold or do we want one bonus influence from stone blocked goods? I'm gonna let you all pick this. Like, influence is quite nice, but it's also a lot of money, and we only have 78 right now. What's the most advanced age? There are multiple of them, so it's not just one being the most advanced. Trying to think of names right now. Well, there's stuff with big lasers. Influence. Okay, we're going for the influence. Like, if you like big lasers, there will be big lasers. We do have a lot of marble. Can you make some blocks? Yes. Let's see here. So, unrest. So, unrest in normally regions. Larger regions and high population can cause unrest. If you do not encounter unrest with unrest suppression, it will grow. At higher levels, this will cause rioting and spawn enemy rebels. The easiest way to deal with unrest is to leave a few military units in a restless capital city to maintain order. guard units are especially good at suppressing regional unrest. So, that's a really good reminder. How is our building currently going? Let's see here. It's done in one turn. So after that, let's make this. So, shift, click. So, build next. We're going to do city guard. What ages will be in the game? I know soon we're going to do a developer diary where we're going to release every single age. Like, this is all the ages that exist. We've done one so far in ages, displaying like how it works, and we covered a lot of them there. But we're going to do like a list so you can see the entire pretty much a PowerPoint on this is the different ages you can take, all the variations. And there are a lot of different variations. Culture power. So we're going to create a town for Uppsala over here. There we go. Millennia was a DLC for primitives in Stellaris a long time ago. Like, the thing is, if you think it like that, everything's always been a DLC for Stellaris. Like, EU4 was a Stellaris DLC even before Stellaris existed. You just didn't know it yet. Think of it like that. Exactly. Research completed. The need to explain how the world works and define characteristic of humanity. Amazing. We have belief. We didn't believe in anything before that, so. By the way, why turn-based? That's a very philosophical question, why it's turn-based. And I think we have something about that in the first developer diary called Welcome to Millennia. But if not, we have a Q&A that we're going to start collecting questions on Thursday this week. So in the Discord, if you join it, you can check the Discord in the description or I think in the chat. You can join the Millennia Discord and you can ask any question you have and we're going to forward them to all the developers and get every single one answered. Why not play Cities Skylines 2? I'm really bad at Cities games. I think that's the reason. But also because I want to show this game. Because it's the game I worked on. And I really like it. So, we've done mining and belief. Where should we go now? Do we want to do shipbuilding, discipline, officials, or community? You know, officials have something cool called claim territory. We can claim neutral territory that is the tile bordering your region and absorb it into your nation. See here. What is in chat? Will Millennia lost in Earth? Right. Is the game one player after another, or will it just have simultaneous turn system? On that area, I can say on that area it's currently in development, so I can't give a straight answer on the turn-based in multiplayer. Right now, the only thing available for me right now is Hot Seat, which is turn-based. Regulars are one after another. If anyone out here remembers what Hot Seat is from back in the day. Does Gandhi start with nuke tech unlocked? Well, you can't really start as Gandhi, but I'm sure if Gandhi was here, he would have nuke tech instantly. See, officials or military? Well, let's go for officials then. They sound fun. Yes, demo is only single player, but you know you can play multiplayer at release. And I'm sure before release we will be able to show you a lot more about how all of that works. So if you want to, you know, gather up your friends, you know, plan it out, you know, we're going to play Millennia this Friday after release. You will have a guide on how to do that. I don't think you'll need a guide because I'm sure you all are smart enough to do it yourself, but I will make a guide just for you. Because I love Excel sheets. Okay, moving over. We've explored quite a bit so far. We have a lot of forest here. Since the game title is Millennia and not Millennials, the game times must be 1,000 years. Well, it's last 10,000 years of history. And I'm trying to figure the exact definition of Millennia. I'm sure it makes sense somewhere. And I'm sure I believed it made sense when I first heard it. I just don't remember the exact definition. If someone in chat wants to Google Millennia and like look up a definition if it can mean 10,000 years, feel free to do so. It should be called Decimillennia. Is this the game that combines history from EU4, Wiki3, and Hoi4? If you want it to be, I'm sure it can. Like, it goes through all that period and CK3 as well. You have met another nation. We have not truly met until we have met on the battlefield. That does seem like a Rome thing to say. Yeah, that seems like Rome. So let's start moving into the minor region area. Is that a barbarian encampment next to a small city? Awesome. I think they might have a barbarian problem. Great, now we have an envoy. So, improve relations and unlock additional diplomatic actions about traveling to 4 nations. So, we're gonna run down to dine with him and see what we can do. And here we're just gonna sit and relax and look at them. Oh, we see the next stage. People are actually going to Age of Heroes. Now, I know some of you wanted to go to Age of Heroes, so I'm just gonna let them do that, and we're gonna go to Age of Heroes, and we're gonna see where we go. So we're not going to go for Age of Iron, just roll the going, and we want to let them do that. So let's go to community. Millennia is the plural of millennium, so many millenniums. Great, thank you. I'll now play Rome exclusively just for that triple message. Yes, it is the most Rome thing you can say, I think. Like, yes, we will meet on the battlefield. It is on the true way to meet. Okay, we are seeing some stuff up here. We also have this guy. So this is our city guard. The only thing we're going to do with him, we're going to station him in the city to reduce unrest. Oh, see, we have horrible housing. Let's fix that by building dwellings. If I see them. I don't think I unlocked them yet. Give me a second. I don't think I actually went and got them. Oh no. Dwellings is over here, I think, actually. Let's try it. Where am I? Oh no, they are here. I'm just blind. Straight. Thank you. I don't know why I didn't see that. Okay, let's build dwellings. So now you see our housing went up to 4 out of 2. So we have a requirement now, right? And we're double the requirement, 200%. So our need is 180%, which means we grow faster. How difficult is it to develop a function AI for such a game? Or will it just be very hard, scripted, and not cheating a lot? That's a very good question. And I feel, you know, I worked slightly in programming before, and I haven't worked with AI myself. But I do think that's a question we probably want to put in the Q&A and ask the lead programmer and like the lead developers, and they can give a more better answer than I can give on this. Oh no, they almost said Age of Iron. Oh, come on. Can UK please win? I wanted to show you guys the Age of Heroes. That's not good. Okay, I said work camp before, so let's do that. So, Vassalize my nation. So, this is my nation. Let's bring them into the fold by giving them many gifts. So, Dime has joined us. Fantastic. And limits all the brands in their borders. We're going to continue moving down south. Oh, we fell on the border. Fantastic. On a point, what does the difficulty setting do provide a starting bonus as well as AI? I don't actually have a clear answer exactly what it does. I believe it also gives you some debuffs. So you give the AI some buffs and also give you some debuffs on the hardest difficult setting. So if you're normal, it does nothing. When you start going easier, you start giving yourself buffs. When it gets harder, you start giving the AI buffs. Does that make sense? So, on Uppsala, we're currently actually 100% of integration. Do we have enough? Yes, we do. Let's integrate them as a city. There we go. So, now we have a proper city again. We're going to start building here from the ground up. So, let's go over and build a... Who doesn't love a good town center? Few doesn't love 2005 BC. Yes, we are very efficient. Let's see here. Move downwards. I see a lot of chat asking if we're a competitor to a certain game, etc. like that. I think the best way I see it is that Millennia is a really fun game, and you should enjoy it as its own game. I think you should try it out next week on Steam Next Fest. See what you think. Give us feedback on what you think. We're gonna have a feedback area on the forum, an area if you find any bugs, we'd love to fix them, and all that stuff. And just enjoy the game. Try it out and see what you think. I think that's. Try to go in with an open mind with this is not your average Forge game. It's quite different from a lot of mainstream games. And I think that also is the fun part. Eureka. Oh, I love Eureka. It's basically, Eureka gives you immediate knowledge. You get 10 knowledge right away. Don't you want 10 knowledge? But no, we're going to try the town first. Because towns are really important. So we're going to Falsterbo. next to a grassland and grass. Wait. Just zoom in. It's not showing. It's not showing the good for some reason. When I press it, it's olives, and it. I found a bug. I'm gonna write that one down right after this, so we can fix it. Keep moving around and exploring around the area. How do these settlements attach to settlements function? Oh, okay, so you mean the towns, right? So, actually, I think there's a great way of doing that. When you have Infopedia and you go to towns, I think that probably is the greatest things we can do so you can more easily understand how it works. So let's see here. Towns. There we go. Let's read about towns because I think you were a bit confused about them. So, towns increase regions level, generate wealth per adjacent improvement, generate influence to speed expansion into neighboring territories, and improve defenses for regional capital. In addition, towns can be set as rally points, causing newly produced units to spawn instead of the capital. Increasing a town's level using the expand town engineering domain to increase the town's agency bonus and increase the region level even further. Once the town is promoted to level 2, it can be specialized to gain additional or alternate resources from its agency bonus. That's the word. So, clever placement and specialization of towns can be smart. To put a smart nation ahead with competitors early on. Build them outside of the region to encourage growth in the direction, and build improvements familiarly around it to gain extra bonus for agency. But only if it meets the specialization you're aiming for. Are the cities from pool? Okay, so yeah, so they are from a pool. So it doesn't say like, yeah, this one will be Uppsala. That's why when we started the game, the original city name was, our capital was Örebro. So we have a list of Swedish cities for Sweden. It will take a city name and plop it down randomly. You can always go in here and edit the name whenever you want. You can change it to something that you feel fits better. But it won't say like this needs to have that name. We'll take a pool from possible names that we put in. Let's continue exploring south and north. And as it seems, we're fortunately going to go into the... Oh my god, I'm actually not sure. Because we're 97.39% and 97.74%. What if... So it seems the UK is starting to speed up a lot. Do you think it's going to be UK or Rome that hits it faster? Sorry, how customizable is the word generation? Can I make a planter spanning desert or an Arctic with custom setting? That's a very good question. It's something that I don't have a clear answer on right now. But I will be writing it down and make sure we put it out in the Q&A so that you can get a proper in-depth answer from the development team. But there will be customization, yes. I can say that. Yeah, I believe it is on the turn order. It should be on the turn order there. So it should be Rome, I think, or UK. Because there should be turn order area somewhere. Here's the event log, by the way, if you ever want to go see what's happening. Here. Zero discipline. And enter and see who gets it. Rome is declared hostility. You fail to understand. There is no such thing as neutral territory. Only land that is not ours, yet ours. Thank you, Rome. I appreciate it. Combat allowed in neutral territory. So, this is not going to work. But, what do we have here? It's Rome. We're going to the Age of Iron. Is Paradise sure that they're allowed to publish this? Yes, we're very sure we're allowed to publish this. The game is developed by CPROM Games. Their main area is currently in the US. They have a really cool development team with a lot of industry veterans that have worked on like Age of Empires, Age of Mythology, StarCraft, Diablo, that sort of thing. So you really check them out and read more about them because they are cool. So, Age of Iron. In the Age of Iron, we have mine improvements are 20% off during the Age of Iron. The growth of rate of population increased by 12.5% during the Age of Iron, and new governments have been unlocked. I know it's Iron. It's not the most fun for you, but for now, it will be where we'll be going. So after we're done with discipline, we're going to go for Age of Iron. And yes, that's what I mean. Like we let them set the pace now. So instead of us really trying to go for one of the ages, we cannot try to let the UK set the pace. But unfortunately, they failed. So Rome was able to speed ahead of them, even though UK started faster and get the Age of Iron. Because I think Rome didn't really want to go to Age of Heroes. They want to keep it on the standard age so they can continue doing expansionist dreams. We've now met another nation, a careful Brazil. Greetings, with time, we hope that we will come to trust one another. I hope so as well, I need less enemies. We're gonna put these guys over here, and we're gonna rest them, guard them. Because with Rome so close, and them having hostilities towards us, we wanna be careful. And turn. See here, oh, barbarians up there. Let's maybe find out where they're coming from. As you see, I moved really faster because of the roads. Yeah, mysterious jungle. They're coming from somewhere. And we probably should find an encampment before they start attacking us too much. Oh wow, they decimated a lot of our troops. Ah, archers. Made sense. Okay, they rolled before me. My troop is dead. Yes. Okay. Let's build a food stockpile in Uppsala because we need to get more food. Oh, you mean the Roman flag mysterious jungle? Yeah. So this is a landmark. So there are some name landmarks and then some just types of. So here, landmark. You reward a small amount of exploration XP upon discovery. Each landmark needs to be discovered by a scout, generating reward and setting its name. So depending on where you find it, etc., you will have a name generated for it. Some landmarks are like more known, like you can find the Great Old Reef, for example. And you can just explore, available in H5 to mount an expedition here, which can earn large rewards, but has a chance of failure and requires a few turns to complete. So you do expedition into the landmark. That arrow was an ICBM. Yes, that landmark, that arrow was an ICBM. It destroyed. Undo button, like, yes, I could undo my fight up there, but I don't. Oh, thank you for reminding me, game. So now we also upgrade to our spear then. But back to here. So we have a lot of population. We have so many people doing nothing. Let's actually start doing something. So we have a farm. We get wheat. Let's make a mill over here. And you see that now we have flour. And we have we can use more. So let's see, can we build a farm somewhere else? Yes, we can. So let's see here. Over here. So now we have 2 flour. So the flour is consumed for 8 food. The wheat is consumed for 4 food. So we have doubled how much food we got by building that, right? We don't have that much more, but I believe do we have a kiln? Yes. So later we're gonna build an oven to get bread. Technology. Okay, let's head over to the Age of Iron. Probably try to catch up for our little allies there. Now, let's find those. Oh, there you are. I found you. Okay, so what we can do here. So we have no movement points, but we can do force march with domain XP to fully restore movement to an army at the cost of 10% of each unit's health. So we're going to lose some HP, but we have another movement, and we're going to attack them with it. My god, that is a lot of damage. That archer is strong. Okay, we got it. We lost our leader, but we got it. Yeah, that's a very scary guy. So with tribal, get some knowledge, and with tribal. And government. Do we want more armies? Yeah, we need to replenish what we just lost. Let's raise the tribal army here and upgrade it with free warfare XP. And we don't have anything yet here. We need 25. Okay, let's start moving over. Okay, we had a fight. What did we lose? Okay. He didn't die, so that was good. Okay, let's try this. I think we can maybe get him, but I only lose 1. Okay, we lost 1, but we were able to get him with Spearman. Spearman is more important than Archer right now for me, so that's fine. Most because Archer is a bit older unit, Spearman is newer, so I'd rather keep that one. And it's stronger. So we need to earn more engineering. But I actually haven't shown anything about import yet and trade. So let's get markets so we can actually show you a little bit more about how trade works. With import in domestic and foreign. Is this like Civ or is it more? I think that's it's a 4X game. It has a lot of unique qualities that don't exist in other games. It's unique. It's not Civilization. It's not Humankind. It's not Old World. It's its own game. It's Millennia. You can find more information on the Steam page, but also in our developer diaries. And there's YouTube videos covering all the core pillars about the game, and also shorts covering all the different natural spirits, ages, and so on. Do countries' attitudes and personalities change during the game? Is this particular games in Japan always going to be isolated? No, it's not always going to be. I think there are some nations that are predisposed, like AI, like they are going to be aggressive, they're not. But I believe that will change that it's not always going to be they are this. But really want to go into that customization and the different game every time. I wonder how they treat spearmen in the game. They were more used a lot more than swordsmen, costs are cheaper, but games usually have them pricier production cost wise. So, fun thing here. Do you see any swordmen? No. So, we have spear. They come from warriors. They're the first type of units that you have like frontline after warriors. They have line infantry. They have attack, a little bit better attack and defense than warriors. As you see, it says line. Here we have mobile cavalry. And if we have archer, we see they're ranged, which are 3 different type of unit moves in land combat. Let's go over to Jotun Dynasty. So now we can get hill affinity, stone cutters, or quarry markers. Now, reduce cost of expansion in hills, I think is the best thing to do right now. Because we need to get more hills, more stone. So let's do that. Let's build a work camp. Because we need more engineer XP. Where can I find the dev diaries? So if you go to PDX forum, you can find the subforum called Millennia. Over there you can find all our dev diaries pinned at the top. Alternatively, you can also go to our Discord and just go through our newsfeed, and we post every time we make one. And lastly, if you don't really want to read, you can go to our YouTube channel where you can find either the larger videos covering all the different features, or you can go to our shorts where each time we do a dev diary, we do a short that just quickly, here's 60 seconds. This was in the dev diary. So I think you can catch up about Millennia in like a good 30 minutes. You can learn pretty much everything about the game. But then if you want to learn all the nitty-gritty, all the really good stuff, you gotta read a little bit more or watch some more videos. So I meant to ask personalities during the timeline of the game, like if the government changes type. That's an extremely good question, and I'm sorry, but I don't currently have an answer for that. But I will put it in the Q&A that we will put out on the first day, so that you can get an answer for that very soon. See here. Hello there. So this is, so after 60 turns, you will basically get here, or if you get into Age of Iron. So what this does is that you basically get to the end. This is the end of the demo per se. So you can go to here. It says, wish this Millennia. You can play again. It's, very big button we put in here. And you can see some more screenshots. It's about exploring Age of Nations, journey, that sort of thing. But I think I'm going to show you some things. We're going to jump into the save I have. And we're going to jump around and I can show you a little bit before you go to turn 60. So let's go to just turn 50. So we can jump around and answer questions while you're there. Because you can only get the age free. Yeah, that's the demo. There's the demo. You can't play the entire game. We can play quite a bit of it. You can redo a lot of it as well. So let's go back here. So questions. Is this demo available to us right now? No, but thank you for reminding me to show you this.
History is the result of decisions. The same thing is true in Millennia. We want you to feel like you're designing your own nation and you're leading your people through 10,000 years of history. The combination of all the different ages we have in the game and all the different ways that those can fit together, it creates a very different experience depending on what ages the player moves through.
Our goal was to make each of the eras feel very distinct.
This creates vast replayability.
Okay, there we are back. So that's just some. It's a quick video I can jump on. Can we go for blood now? Back to turn 1. So we're not back to turn 1. And let's see, you can only go up to H3. You can't play H3 yet. Well, we are in H3. Let's see here. I can show you. So H1, 2, and up to 3, which is in Iron. We can play throughout Iron. So just go into that one, just press it. So if there's any area you just want me to go into, just show you, I can go and show you inside here of the game. Like if you want to go into the main menu, see how things work, settings, anything at all, I'd love to just show you anything you want. So I'm just going to be running around and reading questions mostly right now. Before I was mostly just playing the game, reading some questions here. Now I'm only focusing on the questions. Yes, so between 5th and 12th of February, you can play all the way up to H3 or 60 turns during the entire week. You can read the game how many times you want. Just play whatever you do. Single player only. Yeah. If not for stream like this, I'd just browse past this game because of the similar look. Yeah, like we felt last week that we haven't done any gameplay on this game properly outside of the videos we've been doing. So like, let's sit down. I want to talk to you guys and just show you the game. Now I haven't streamed in so long, but I thought, why not just sit down, have a chat, show you some stuff you do. There's things I will try the demo, but knowing this is the end game isn't finished really yet, it's a real bummer, because that is where most of the force games fall off. I suggest looking over our dev diaries to be able to know more about later in the game. I suggest reading Economy Part 2 and Age Part 1, because those cover a lot about how the game can progress later on in the game. Please only publishes or also dev this. So we are the publisher of the game, we're not the active developer of the game. The developer is C-Prompt Games, a very small studio over in the US, formed by former veterans of strategy games. Can we customize heroes? Are they random ones from real life stories? They are random ones from real life stories and myths and legends. In this game, how many ages are there? So there is 10 different age steps, right? You will go from age 1 to age 10. In each of them, after age bronze, there are 3 different, so you normally have a variant age for each. You have a twice age race, and in some of them you will have a victory age, which is basically how you win the game. So yes, you can choose your great heroes. Also, here's another question. What makes it different from Sid? I think you mean Civ there. Yes, Sweden. I will make sure personally that Sweden is the most OP. Even though you don't really have a lot of nations, you don't really have nation-specific things that way. I'm sure I will find some line of code and change. Okay, Sweden 100% more damage. Yeah, don't mind that. See here. Is there an approximate release date that has not been announced or not yet? So we haven't announced a release date. Release period is Q1, Q2. That is what we've been said so far publicly, and that's all I can say right now. Of course, hopefully relatively soon we can talk a lot more about that. Also, for those who, it's Q1, Q2 this year, 2024. It's not 2025, it's 2024. Oh my god, it's 2024 already. Yes, thank you Saber for putting in the chat. And also for the question person asked again, how we make us different. Go to the Steam page, you can find a better description of each of the features. Also go to the YouTube channel where you can find a video from all the developers when they're talking about national spirits, economy, army, and of course ages. You have to be the one active in the victory age or to win it. No, so you don't have to be the one to active to win it. So for example, let's say, you know, we're in this game right now, we go to age 5, which is which place you can early win the game in the victory age. Let's say Rome pushes us to victory. He wants to win. Rome wants to take the game and win the game, which has a lot of criteria. We can get to it, right? So the text is looking a little blurry. Is that the same in the game? No, the text isn't blurry for me, so I'm sure that probably is stream quality. But on victory ages, Rome takes us to a victory age. But I built up a really large army, kind of expected them to do this, and I've been preparing to attack them really fast. So as soon as we go into the victory age, I launch a massive assault on Rome and take out their main capital. It's basically holding a tight grip on our entire army and wiping them off the map. Now there's no Rome anymore, but we're still in the victory age. Maybe it's time for me to, you know, at the time, go to victory. So you don't have to be the one to go to the victory age to win it. I guess it comes really saying we're in God King now and still a servant mode in modern age. Yes. It's combat tactical, army versus army, or is it like it's army versus army. So let's actually go here. So here is my army. I currently only have 3 units in it, 2 units out of 3. You can have up to 6, 7 in later games, so it spans over time. I believe, let's see here. We're gonna pass some turns. Yes, go with the next one. There we go. So, should we have bio point looking units? Can you explain what you mean by bio point? And I'd love to answer that. Because we have some really cool looking units. Like, have you ever thought about what happened if we went in the age of ether and you started having steam-powered tanks? Maybe. Or nautiluses that plow the ocean floor. What's your name? So my name is Eric, or Captain Online. I worked as community manager for Millennia since early last year, and also before that, and currently I'm the community manager at Heart of Iron, where for some reason on YouTube they call me Bunker Guy. I don't know why. I make memes. It's fun. I've been a Paradox for a little bit longer than 2 years now, so I don't have a sword, but I have a lot of fun medals. Maybe one day I'll get a really cool sword, but that's 10 years. At 15 years, I believe you get a dagger, which, damn, you're the bunker key holder. Yes. Yes, I am. The bunker key holder. I'm okay with that. Do fights between units happen on the map like Civ or in sub-map lab? Okay, so in between. So a battle just happened here. So we don't go into another area. We don't want to, take you away from the 4X, right? And we don't want to like, okay, we see some things on the map. So instead we made a combat viewer. So you can go in here and you can see inside of the game, you see Battle of Outposts, 1820 BC, barbarian attack. And they instantly killed us because we have no army. But you can go in here, you can see the combat log, different defense adjustment, grasslands, attack adjustments, all of that. But you can treat right away and you're straight into the combat again. If you spend a century working with Paradox, you get a tank. I think I have to get my own studio at that point, to be honest. If I spend a century of Paradox, like, can I own the company at that point? I don't know. Like, who knows? So yeah, I think we'll see if someone gets to a century. We'll see what the new reward is. But I think that right now it's more like, okay, we have people who've been here for a long time. I guess we gotta make new rewards as the time goes on. Paradox Universalis. If you spend century work, yes, here. One get for work in the Millennia. I think if I work in Millennia at Paradox, I think I just automatically get promoted to CEO. But Fred might have some objections if he's still around for Millennia. I'm going to build all the farms. And dwellings. And foresters. When we get a nuke? In the game or in real life? Yeah. All that kind of stuff in real life game, like you won't, think of it when certain things existed in real life, and then kind of that is kind of where you're gonna get it in game. Of course, if you can rush ahead, you'll get it earlier. What determines the amount of rounds the combat takes? Is always until someone dies or retreats. No, it's not always until someone dies and retreats. There is a certain limit to it that is determined by something. And I know we covered that in the Armor DD, and my mind is currently blanking on it. But please check the combat developer diary for the exact answer on that. In Millennia Paradox, will be a Stellaris type Megacorp. If you want to be a Megacorp, I'm sure you can. There is trade in the game. You can just be a good trading Megacorp. Sure. Maybe you want to be a French merchant controlling half the world with money. You can. Like, there's nothing stopping you to. What's the last area of this game? Is it like sci-fi lasers or mechas? Or like modern tanks and drones? I don't know why, but we're going to have like an end screen later after the stream. We're going to see one of the H pictures that I thought I picked for this. But imagine really big lasers in the sky shooting on the ground. Or, everyone talks about AI nowadays. What if AI may went rogue and built really, here's better, Terminator. I think that describes one of the end game choices. Is that the Cloud Swift engine? No, this is within Unity. So looking at the expansion of the encampments is the area each one is controls based on the upgrades these cities have, or do you have individually claimed titles? So no, you don't have to individually claim them. You, like this one, you get one around each. You start expanding in this area because we have barbarian here. Like normally we just start expanding round and round and round over time. But later, like here, we can start expanding to the north because we have a town that goes faster in that direction. Something's off with resolution. I believe the issue of resolution is not in the game, it's on stream. Your stream is 720p, and I think I've noticed a lot of people have an issue with that. It's not a lot I can do with that. There are better high quality pictures of it in the latest developer diary about economy part 2. I can also after the stream show some pictures. I will post on the Discord if people just want to see what I've been doing. But sorry about that. Ion cannon beacon deployed. Yes. Can't wait for a War of the Worlds scenario. I'm like, that's a good idea. Innovation. Oh yeah, this is another one actually. We got another innovation event. So, unit type cavalry, X2 defense. Breeding our horses to be sturdy and more reliable in combat will allow our mounted units to be more effective on the battlefield. So before we get another innovation event about stone and stuff, now we got something else. Oh, sorry. If you didn't hear the answer. There is a way, it will not always be until someone dies or retreats. There is actually something that determines it. I don't have a clear answer on the top of my head right now, but you will be able to find all the information about in the developer area about combat that is available right now. Yes. Cavalry. It's the greatest. Look at temple. Age of Iron, there we go. So, Age of Iron. We weren't actually... There we go. We have Golden Iron now available. You can adopt a new government, and a new domain available is art. So, Revolution. Now, we weren't actually here before, because we got here... Now we're on turn 60. This is our last turn. We were able to get here a turn earlier. Isn't that right? Will there be console commands? Well, there are console commands, yes. Now, I don't know if you're asking if you want to cheat. Like, you can do it, sure. But do you want to? Do you really want to live with the pain of pressing that console command button? Yeah, think about that. Hope there's only one civ per player and not switching your culture of rage. No, you're not switching your culture of rage. Like, you will start as Sweden. You might build, like, you will start as Sweden, France, Greece. You might build your France to be completely different than what was historically, but you will still be France. You will not go away from France to Rome or something like that. But let's talk about revolutions. Thank you very much, Marco, for that little information. Yes, so all units that can fight will form ×3 attacks per combat. So, revolution. In this stage, you gain the ability to adopt a new government. Selecting government changes the needs and base earnings of your regions, provides a new set of government ideals, and increases your capacity for all domain points. If you complete the final ideal for your current government, the reformed ideal, you can use the peaceful revolution culture to make the change. Alternatively, you can select the government domain on the left and use the violent revolution domain and build the change government at the cost of chaos. So, when I talk about chaos events, you might not want that. A combat's ideals require a specific government in order to work. These ideals are lost when you adopt a new government, so all the stuff we did tribal, gone. For example, if you adopt kingdom tribal, any tribal ideals you had unlocked are lost. However, newer government ideals are always better than the older ones. So change the government quickly is almost always the right move. So, and here we show each of our unlocked. Crossbow, granary, monument, watch, doors, and plaza in the buildings area. Improvement is midden, which helps us with sanitation. And then a bunch of domain powers. So, can you show us the new forms of government? Of course. So, here's a found button and the government is available. Let's go in here. Let's do a, well, violent revolution. Or actually, do we have enough? I do actually. Interesting. Okay, violent revolution. There we go. So, the revolution will be violent. 20 plus chaos. There we go. Governments. This is the first government area. You will have Imperial Dynasty and Kingdom. Let's check out Imperial Dynasty first. So, welcome to the Divine Sovereign, reigns over the nation from a palace. On the left here, you see a bunch of different buffs you get from being them. Here's also the new different types of ideals with the new leadership, 5 drains, Fengishi, city sewers, state prosperity, production mandate, knowledge mandate, and the imperial dynasty reformed. So this is exactly what you can offer. But as in the start, you have the real things, right? You can construct a palace. You can increase the domain XP maximum to 200 and also increase government points maximum to 200. So the original cap is 100, but over the time, the game, faster you go, you get more stuff. You just need a higher limit, so you get better governments. PS5, no, we're not going to console at the current release. Do you plan launching on Dog or will the game have linear support? So currently, probably we said we're launching on Steam. We do not currently have support on Linux. Currently is a very good point here. Like what I want to point out is nothing is set in stone. At release, it will only be on Steam. It will be for Windows. It is the quality of the stream. It is easy to read for me, so it is not the quality of the stream. Don't ask your questions. It's pre-recorded. This is not pre-recorded. Hi, John. There, it's me, Captain. So let's close this and go back to Kingdom, my favorite reform of all time. Because who doesn't love a nice kingdom? Kingdoms are built on the backs of vassals. They expand their kingdoms with cheaper settlers, envoys, and spears, especially the spears part. And then generate immediate resources at the cost of vassals' prosperity. So we can expand faster with more vassals, just grow everywhere. This might be really ideal if you want to build a very wide nation, so to say. Can you please show us the Age of Heroes? I can't really show you the Age of Heroes. I'll see maybe if I have a console grant for it. Give me a second. First, we're going to go for this though. So, new leadership. So you see a similar thing, we increase the domain XP and improvement points, but also instead of a palace, we get the Seat of Power, which is a building gives us 2 government XP and a diplomacy XP, something you really want if you want to expand fast. That answer was staged and pre-recorded to convince us that it was live. Open your eyes. Yes, Max, open your eyes. And remember, me answering to you right now will also mean that it was pre-recorded, because you were all a part of this. We all know that. Okay. No, John. No. Yes, John is pre-recorded. That was a pre-recorded message. Actually, here's my phone. It was me. It was me all along. I was John. Thank you for the addressing on the Linux. I intend to move to that, and I really want to play the game. I want to move over without a lot of work around the virtual machines. No worries at all. Maybe it is pre-recorded, and part of know exactly what we would ask. Like, hey, if I did, I would be very proud of myself. Greetings from the past in the year 2024. Greetings. Now you're fourth government and one about the ideologies in the game. So right now, fourth government, in the first one you pick Imperial Dynasty or Kingdom. Let's go with Kingdom so you can see how that looks. So new leadership, and now we have Kingdom installed under government instead of tribal. The entire chat is pre-recorded. That means you are pre-recorded, Matthew. Yeah. So, as here, domains, your government will switch, you will not keep the old one. But with the different national spirits, you will keep them. So, like, when we go to H4, or H6, or H8, when we pick more national spirits, the old one doesn't disappear. They build on top of each other. Life is pretty. Where are the truffles at? I don't know. We don't have any truffles. It's very sad. But we have coal, which we have found. So, let's see here, technology. But now we can see nothing, right? There's nothing here. But this is how far you can play. Now, if you do faster research, you can get all the way up here and just play more. But there's not right now. There's nothing after this. This is not the end of the game, and I need to point this out. The game will continue after H3, but we've locked it in the demo. So here we have art, infrastructure, strives, construction, horses, because who doesn't love horses, and smelting. And why I say I love horses, because they give a maximum vassal prosperity level, and most importantly, they increase the speed of your territory expands. And I'm an expansions player, so why wouldn't I want horses? Could we get coconuts in the game? Tentatively, yes. See here. There's a demo for the game. Is it out now? The demo will launch on Monday next week with Steam Next Fest, where you will be playing the exact thing I'm playing right now. So there will be no difference in the game. You will jump around what I'm doing right now next week. I just wanted to give you a little heads up, show you a little bit about the game before we go there. See here. And of course, we're just nearing end of the stream now. But if you want more news on Millennia, you will be able to find us on YouTube, Discord, the PDX forum, Civ Fanatics, Facebook, Twitter, all the places. I recommend the best place though for information is our Discord, because myself, I am there chatting under the nickname Cadden. We have one of my community ambassadors, Adam, also there. Every workday, we're going to be there, be able to answer questions to you, and in written form and chat, because it's slower pace and on stream, I can ask the developers and then give you a answer pretty fast. Can tech regress in the game after apocalypse? No. So your tech won't regress per se, but if let's say you're going Age of Crisis, the tech there will be different. So now we're going all the historical ages, right? But if you would go to Age of Heroes, Age of Plague, Age of Blood, it's not the same tech. It's not the same units. So you might not have construction or infrastructure or arts. Like going away to Age of Blood, you maybe didn't care about arts. Maybe didn't care about infrastructure, you just cared about blood. Like, I know there's a really fun unit where you can build walls of skull thrones, if anyone knows that reference. That's great. Thanks for putting out the demo shows that you're confident about. Yeah, we're very confident about this. Myself, it's a really fun game. I think you will highly enjoy it. Trying out next game, next week, as California art, yes. So try out the demo next week. If you like it, please do wishlist us the game. It does help us out. And also with the, you can follow our news channels if you want to know about the game instead of just seeing it on the stream here. How many ages we will have in the game? You will have 10 different ages, but then each age will have variant, crisis, some will have victory as well as the regular standard age, which we have now gone through from the Age of Stone, Age of Bronze, and Age of Iron. Looks interesting. I'll give it a demo try for sure. That's awesome to hear. And I know there's a lot of questions about the game art in the game. We've written this once before, and will the modding be possible? Yes, it's very much possible to mod this game. It's built in Unity. You'll love it. I think the best way to answer about the art in the game is what we've said so far. Instead of focusing on graphics, we focused on features and the core pillars of what makes the game unique to make a really fun game that is enjoyable. But of course, graphics are work in progress. As every game, this is not a release game yet. We're still a while away from that. Add this game to my wish list. Awesome. So with this, I will actually say goodbye to all of y'all. I'm going to show you the video once more about Steam Next Fest to remind you. And if you have any other questions, please go to our Discord and ask them, as we're going to be launching our Q&A on Thursday. And I'd love to talk to you more soon. And I already talked to yesterday, Friday, it's Monday today, where we are going to be doing another stream during Steam Next Fest, most likely with one of the lead developers. So from myself, Katten, I wish you all a lovely continued day, and I will see you all around. Bye-bye.
History is the result of decisions. The same thing is true in Millennia. We want you to feel like you're designing your own nation and you're leading your people through 10,000 years of history. The combination of all the different ages we have in the game and all the different ways that those can fit together, it creates a very different experience depending on what ages the player moves through.
Our goal was to make each of the eras feel very distinct.
This creates vast replayability.